Hello, this is Dragon Tank 1400, and these are my thoughts on the Hey Arnold episode, Pigeon Man. Okay, so the brief summary of this episode is basically Arnold's pigeon is sick, so he takes it to the Pigeon Man. The Pigeon Man helps Arnold's pigeon, and then when the Pigeon Man is gone, Harold and a few of his friends ruin Pigeon Man's roof, and then the Pigeon Man leaves. So basically the short of this episode is I did not like it. And the thing I did not like is that kids should not talk to strangers. Just straight up, this should not happen. And you don't get much stranger than the Pigeon Man, who is someone who doesn't trust humans at all, and someone who is just completely isolated and stuff like that. I don't like this. I don't like that Arnold became friends with the Pigeon Man. I do not like kind of where this leads. And I should not have to describe why I do not like this. Anyone's watching, I hope it's pretty clear why I do not like this episode. Now, besides that, there's a few other things the episode touches on in terms of lessons. Another one that's straight up, but is not nearly as bad, is you shouldn't ruin someone else's stuff. What Harold and his friends did, ruin the Pigeon Man's roof and everything, that obviously was not right. Like, some of it was on purpose, but a lot of it was just like a mistake when they were running away from the pigeons and stuff like that, but still, just don't ruin other people's stuff. That's another thing that should be pretty obvious. The other thing that wasn't so obvious in this episode, or maybe it was, is the episode was trying to teach you not to be prejudiced against people that are different. Pigeon Man being extremely different. Now, this is true in terms of like demographics for the most part. Obviously, like, again, kids should not talk to strangers. Kids should not talk to adults that they do not know. That is just plain and simple. However, when you deal with like other people's races and stuff like that, that shouldn't be a factor. In my eyes, like, race doesn't exist. Now, what does exist is like different cultures. And again, like, different cultures, people are different. So sometimes like someone may seem strange, but it's just because they're a different culture. Now, another thing I will say is you do have to be wary. Like, whether you're a kid or an adult or whatever, when there's someone that's looking suspicious, when you're like walking on the street and someone's looking suspicious. Again, I don't care about their race or anything like that. But if they just like give off that vibe that they are up to no good, then you should trust their vibe and kind of avoid them. It's kind of that simple. That is just like a safety thing. But like I said, you shouldn't go and ruin people's stuff just because they're different than you. So I did not really like this episode. This episode did have some good lessons and some bad lessons, as I just talked about. However, we can move past it. This episode's done. And anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.